I told you jazz can talk, would you believe me? No? Yes? Well, if you believe me, that means your ears can see my journey. So I want you to just imagine 12,000 ships carrying cargo of black gold, traveling through centuries of grim trips on slave ships, separated against our will from country, families, ancestry. Our journey explains they hid our history, took our dignity and our names. Out of 15 million, some were sold in the transatlantic slave trade. We're afraid, terrified. Now we headed to America. Along the way, some got pushed, some jumped, but we stayed enslaved as three fit human, declared by the U.S. Constitution in red, white, and blue. Black hostages on plantations, a fallen nation, chained to blood on cotton blues, enslaved sun up to sundown every day. Yet they called us lazy. Lazy? We put America on our backs, dragging long sacks of cotton. Slaves forgotten. We saved America, built a thriving economy, never got paid. So, we prayed for a miracle, until secretly, some of us got saved by St. Harriet, who led the way through God's sacred underground railway. As a conductor, she never ran her train off the track and never lost a passenger. We believed our prayers were answered by the Almighty. Finally, freedom for black folks yearning to drop our yoke, steal away and go to the Barbary Coast, San Francisco. Unaware, we had more enslaved burdens to bear. Kind of like, well, you know, the Fillmore Fugitive Slave Act. Oh, it's a fact. Created by constitutional ghosts. Their vote for a more perfect union excluded black folk, kept us miserable, separate, unequal, oppressed through birth and death for 400 years. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. By the end of 1865, we had to face the truth. Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation never really set us free. It turned out to be more like America's angry separation from the black nation. Those who thought they were free, left empty, rags on backs, nothing to pack. No reparations, no protection, no way to survive, no 40 acres, no mule, just cruel exclusions. Consequently, we also did not know that we was about to meet that hateful granddaddy called Jim Crow. Evil. The sequel to slavery. So we lived in nightmares from too much terror, hooded in hatred, living in wait for black, like me. All along hazardous roads, carefully avoiding the noose. Had to be brave. KKK. Had to survive to keep hope alive in truth and perfect harmony and clever melodies. Back when syncopated rhythms met hypnotic black skin that caused us to be jealously treated like sin. So all we wanted to know, Lord, when is the change gonna come? Right then, we heard the Spirit decry, you are more than conquerors. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Although we struggled to survive, supernaturally, the Lord turned our fears into strength. Then taught us to walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Our music discerns every note to reveal a host of other strong historic songs, like Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit, the noose, the whips, the chains, connected to untold miseries of man's bitter inhumanity to man. Back when they took our drums, but not our rhythm. They gave us the blues, which we used to prove through him we could do all things. In spite of her silence, Maya Angelou painfully explained why the caged bird sings. Hope gave us faith to replace the sad songs we sang. Yes, we agreed with Paul Laurence Dunbar as we endured brutal years from cruel forced labor and endless tears. While they laughed, we wore the masks, black-faced. In shame, they dressed us like minstrels, dumb symbols, mocked us in ragtime, darky riddles, buck dancing like Bojangles to plantation fiddles. But our gift helped us musically to express the damage to our souls. It prepared us for more greatness and future successes, as our confidence in God kind of felt like Grandma's hands. Throughout time, he rewarded us with power, love, emancipated, sanctified minds. Yes, we were blessed with heroes like Dred Scott for his red-hot legal case against the Supreme Court custom denying our birthright to freedom. Seems it fueled the Civil War between the divided states of America. That's why we dreamed of being free, like the Queen Aretha, R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. That's why our spiritual sanctuary made jazz a necessary, safe hiding place, where we could escape to the promised land and syncopated rhythms of God's gift to the black man. That's how we cultivated our mustard seeds of faith. Our trust was harvested in God's righteousness and grace. Through the black race came the original voice of jazz in faith as it stands, metered in the movement of civil rights, desperate flight for freedom. That's why we testify with our ancestors and sojourners' truth, to educate our youth and to expose the piracy hidden in the roots of our legacy. Well, it's been quite a journey. And it's no wonder Stevie had to explain. Freedom has always been at our fingertips. Everybody say yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why we learn to pray like John Coltrane. A love supreme, a love supreme. Now we have the liberty to lift every voice and sing. So, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Let me hear you. Say it loud. Yes. And as we proudly share Martin's sweet dream to be free at last, finally free to be God's living proof of our historic truth. Jazz can talk, sing, dance, and soul